Welcome. This is another lesson in learning how to walk a labyrinth. Take a moment. Take a moment and just observe the path in front of you. The bricks, the stones, the white, the gray, natural colors, natural world. Bring your eyes to the center of the labyrinth, or perhaps the turns of the labyrinth are what draw your attention. Maybe the edges that are far from center. And take a moment and explore for yourself. What is standing out to you? I love this practice. I love this practice of walking a labyrinth. It's been incredibly meaningful to me. My feet have been on labyrinths in Charlotte, North Carolina, in Arizona, in Virginia, in Massachusetts. I also have printed off a page of the Chartres Labyrinth for journaling, and it's an exercise that I do and that I'm currently doing as a practice once for the next 30 days, and I'll get into that more. There's some other realities of labyrinth that I want to share with you as well. So let's get to that here. I love this picture. It's of a labyrinth in Charlotte, but what I love of it is of the earth. Notice the boundaries of brick, pebble, leaf. Walking a labyrinth, there's so many choices to make about pacing, even adherence. I've been known to walk across the labyrinth as an intentional journey. What boundaries are real? What boundaries are imaginary? I can step over this, and I have some fun stories that I will share with you. This labyrinth here in the bottom picture is in Blacksburg, Virginia. And finding this, I found it through, believe it or not, there is the International Labyrinth Locator, and found relationship with some beautiful people in the experience of finding this labyrinth and hearing its story. Here is a handheld labyrinth. Underneath is sand. You can put sand over it and let your finger trace it with the sand on or sand off. I've sometimes even used a marble or a pointer. Speaking of pointer, here is the, not a full picture of it, but a picture of the labyrinth in Arizona. Again, noticing sand, stone. Here's the one I was talking about. This is a handheld labyrinth with the tool that comes with it. You can hold it in the palm of your hand and journey with that. And here again is the page, the printed off page of a labyrinth. I'm going to stop this share here. So like I said, I'm doing this 30-day printing off of these pages of the Chartres Labyrinth. There are other patterns available online if you want to explore that out for yourself. You know, I love colors, so on day one I was playing with color, and day one, day two I was playing with color. When I start writing on the labyrinth page, I, for myself, have made an agreement this process, the first writing on the labyrinth page, is going to be stream of consciousness. Once I start, whether here or at the entrance point, it's going to just flow until it doesn't. But it isn't a moment to make inquiry of that flow or to look for patterns or to integrate. Not yet. After I'm done writing the labyrinth, that's where I go to the back of each labyrinth and I write the story of what it was for me to have that journal page. I'm gonna share one more with you because this one is still a work in progress and I've spent 3 days on it. And that these I did each in 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour. This one has felt really special. And this one, unlike with these, like I shared, I started writing at the entrance. Maybe you can see that more clearly on this blank one. I started writing here and went in. With this one, I started in and went out, around, and back in. And I did the from in to out in green pen. And then as I started to come back, I did it in a blue pen. And because it's stream of consciousness, when I look at this, can I read everything I've written? No. For me, that's not the important part. For me, when I'm doing this part, it's allowing just the flow of the time with the labyrinth. If for you it's important, there are enough spaces that you can write clearly and with lettering that would allow you to come back and read the journey. For me, it's being in the journey and then, like I said, integrating on the opposite side. So whether you want to try it once or like myself, you want to make it a 30-day practice, or perhaps do one once a week or once a month. For me, the taking of the paper and journaling, it has been just a wonderful experience of exploration of that pulse of coming in and going out, and really then going out. Like, I didn't plan on writing on the outside of the circle on this one, and yet I did, and it was fun. Wow, I'm on the outer edges, and what that spoke to me. And so have fun. The links to print this off will be available to you, and yeah, I can't wait to hear about your journey with this particular method of labyrinth meditation.